Joseph Bassey. I represent the people of Bakasi, Calabar South, and Akpabuyo. I'm from Cross River State. Okay, and today, Mr. President just left the chambers after presenting the 2024 appropriation to the joint session. And the budget itself is tagged renewed hope. So that tells a lot about the budget. But you see, the essence of budget is an estimate. It's a proposal on what you intend to do. And definitely, the first challenge we are having in this country is insecurity, food, and insurgency. Insurgency is a major problem. So there's much money budgeted to, the defense sector, that's the military, to cater for that issues. So I believe so much that the president is in good order. He knows what he wants, and he should be given a chance. This is just 6 months into the government, and this is his first budget. So it will be very difficult not to wish him well, and also as my party leader. So I believe that he has good plans, and from what we have seen, we've not gone through the budget yet. It's just been given to us, but we know we'll have a long task because it's going to take us day and night to work on the budget because the timing is very short. As the speaker already addressed us, from tomorrow, we are going to have the first reading, second reading Friday. We are sitting on Friday outside our usual days of session. And even Saturday, we are going to have the appropriation committee and the rest of them. So we believe that the budget will bring back life to the nation at large. Definitely, the 10th Assembly, our major reason for being here is to make sure that we oversight on the executive. And that is part of the implementation because we want to oversight and make sure that those things that have been proposed and have been handled must be done appropriately. And the more oversight we do, the more serious we are in oversight is what will bring up the budget implementation in an effective manner. So I believe that with the leadership of Tajudeen Nababs, he's a very prudent person. He's somebody that is ready to work for Nigerians. I see the House being very different. So I believe that the budget will be properly implemented and will achieve the ultimate goal. But I'll still talk a little on the insecurity issue because it is a problem to Nigerians. I always believe that the insecurity challenge in Nigeria cannot just be handled with the funds for the budget. No matter how much you give to the security agents to handle insecurity, they have a limitation. The major problem, the root cause of insecurity is the failure of the third-tier government. The non-existence of local government in this country is what is happening. The autonomy of the local government has to be restored. If you look at it critically in 1999, when the local government had somehow a sort of autonomy, you could see the proactiveness of the local government chairman. Right now, there are no councillors. House of Reps, in which I am, I'm like a councillor. Because you don't have councillor as chairman. So the direct problem of the people comes directly to you, which now it becomes so cumbersome and you cannot focus here in Abuja, you'll be focusing down there. So the people that are close are meant to be councillors and the local government chairman, the mayors. That's why you see, from 1999, you see that the people that acted as chairman by that time have been very effective because they had sort of autonomy. But today, no autonomy in the third-tier government. Even those that have even tried to do elected offices, they control the local government with the state. The local commissioner for local government, he's more active. He's the leader. He's like the chairman of chairmen of the entire local government. And you see, insecurity starts from the grassroots. If you don't put the system, no matter how effective the up is, if the down is faulty, it cannot stand. So the best people to handle insecurity are the local government chairmen from that grassroots level. They can manage it. I can give you an example because I've been a councillor before. I was a councillor and a leader of the house. So I can tell you clearly that what we used to do was we had great opportunities for the young men. We had even a transport company, Calabar South Transport Company, for the common men. We bought vehicles, they were applying roads, they were working. We had bursaries given to students. We had other scholarship opportunities. And we also formed a vigilante group, a security outfit, network groups that were there, responsible. We had leaders. Every youth leader had a responsibility and small allowances from the local government. If there is a security challenge, the councillor will be called upon. He will call the youth leader. And a youth leader has the opportunity to have access to the chairman. He will surely want to protect his office as a youth leader because he has some incentive. So before you get, nobody will say in Abuja, I know what's happening in your constituency, except those that are living there. So the third-tier government, the failure is the problem of Nigeria. And that's why you see everywhere there's one problem or the other in terms of insecurity. Because we have not done the right thing, and we are still trying to focus on Abuja. Nobody here can handle, I can't be here and know what's happening in my own. When I don't have a council, I don't have a chairman. And even when you do have the chairman in offices, the resources are reduced by the government of the day. They don't allow their funds to get directly to them. They don't have adequate funds. Can give Obiak political government has funds that can equate him more than Cross River State based on internal revenue. Almost all the companies in River State are in Obiakpo. Their funds. So Obiakpo can be developed even better than some states. Can look like Dubai if funds are properly given. And of course, development brings in several things, benefits that will reduce insecurity. Poverty is one of the major problems that makes people go into insecurity. There's no insecurity challenge in Dubai or Saudi Arabia, where they have they use granite to do roads, where people see that their life is meaningful. But when you see that the local governments are not functioning, where there's no light, in my own community in Bakasi, we will be neglected. After they seated us to Kebe Road, and they even came to the Nigerian state, we don't have anything, there's no government, there's no light for more than 5 years in those areas. And the local government chairman had some opportunities to be fixing transformers. They are not there. In other states, they don't even have elections. All the governors believe that local government chairmen don't have functions, and they cancel us. And they cannot do that responsibility. So Nigeria has to go back. This autonomy must be given adequately. Even the other assembly autonomy, those are part of the problems. I was a deputy speaker for 8 years in Cross River State, and we never had the president signed autonomy 2 times. It has not been implemented till today. How can the assembly do their job when they are being paid by the executive? They are being this. If you talk carelessly, you will not be paid salary. You don't have autonomy, and you expect things to be well. In the local government autonomy, they don't want. So the problem of Nigeria today lies in the governors basically. So I think the insurgency problem, we are talking about the security challenges, not only the funding. The right thing should be done. The local government should be put in place. I can even propose that the local government election should be handled by INEC. Because you see the difference. Is there any state that does local government election and allow opposition party to win? Every time you see if it's the other party, everybody wins. Why is it like that? Is it only there that are popular? So that's the challenge we have. So we need to reduce that aspect of too much negligence on the third-tier government. They have abandoned it. So. Well, first and foremost, we have been the sick man of Nigeria. Bakasi, Cross River State at large. We had the highest oil deposit in this country, the Bakasi Peninsula, which was, a noise all over the world. And for the piece of stake, we are the first, in fact, a group of persons that have been seeded. Even local government, they don't seed, but they seeded us to Cameroon for the sake of peace. We accepted, and after which we have suffered double jeopardy. They said the Supreme Court judgment that said we are not a literal state, we don't have access to the waterways, so, and as such, we are not an all-policing state. Meanwhile, I don't know how we have a naval base and Calabar is in the river, and we don't have access to the river, so maybe we'll fly to the river. But all those ones are part of what we have suffered as a state. So even the budget itself, the Bakasi people have been completely neglected. I don't still have confidence that this budget, if not that we are here today, because we're going to make sure that the people of Bakasi will be properly, affected positively in the budget session. They don't have light. They don't have where to stay. No accommodation. Taking people from the fishing spot to a land. Is it the same skill to fish and to farm? It's not. You need to provide, alternative measures to reduce, their poverty level. So I think the trauma of even leaving your ancestral home to a strange place. So I think the budget itself, like I've been demanding for, I've gone to Border Commission and the rest of them, seeking for some assistance. And they even need to put security outfit in this domain because it's a border area. And of course, poverty leads to every other, situation. So we need to, Bakasi needs special attention, to be very sincere. But for now, the situation is very horrible. And I pray that this budget of Renew Hope will also renew the hope of people of Bakasi. We talk about borrowing. You see, there's no businessman in the world, the richest man borrow. In fact, they borrow more than the poor people. The highest, even in this country today. When I remember the time that CBN brought a list of those that are owing, I think the first 10 were the 10 richest men in this country that are owing the banks even more than those that don't have. You see, it's a natural thing that you need to put in money to get money. And it's just the principle. Even America owes so much. America is in debt, even when they have excess. So, it's just using it for the purpose of in which it was meant for, and which I believe that the president has a focus and has a good intention, towards borrowing of the funds. I just don't want us to take that judgment or to criticize when we don't have opportunity. It's just 6 months in office, and it's to be very unfair. For the 6 months, he started in a very hard way. It takes a few persons on earth to take an office and go on a popular decision that will help salvage you. It's like somebody coming to tell you, follow this way. It's rough, but definitely you get to where you are going to. Here is smooth, and you can stick, and you go for the rough way. Removal of subsidy, of course, you know what it means. Every other president had always said they would do it. Other aspirants even said so. But it's a difficult task because we knew that it will happen this way. But for you to even take that path will surely lead us to where we want to be. Nigeria needs to be independent. We need to be industrialized. One of the major problems is that we receive and we don't, produce. So I think all those money that he wants to be, you need to put things in place. The AI is on now, artificial intelligence and the rest of them. Nigeria needs to leave this stage in which we are. We can't be exporting oil and bringing products. Crude oil brings about 120 products of the world. Even the vehicle we buy, only the engine components are made of steel. We tie it off from crude oil, and we don't produce anything in Nigeria. And you expect the economy to be, we are a dumping nation. So I think he's going out, he's already traveling everywhere, Germany and the rest of them, trying to make sure that we trade. We need to even start trading with our knowledge, with our intelligence, not only to trade with our products. Because we have credible young Nigerians who are ready to work. But we need enablement. I think that is the major factor. So we need money to put on the light sector to improve upon the economy of the place. Because with that stable light, most things cannot go well. So I believe that aspect of borrowing, we will discuss it after 1 year to know how effective it is.